The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. CT in the building. My guy, ANoyd in the building. What's up, brother?
My brother, what's going on?
How are you today?
I'm beautiful, man. I'm blessed.
I'm glad to have you here.
Blessed.
We've been having a lot of Connecticut rappers in the spot. You know, shout out Sholey, shout out Petey.
Yeah.
Singer-wise, shout out Perry.
Yeah.
Rob, am I missing anybody? Fuego bass, Fuego bass twice. You know what I'm saying? Big Fuego bass in the building.
Shout out everybody from Connecticut.
Yeah, man, it's been dope having y'all come up here.
I love Connecticut, man.
I would say it comes in waves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
once you get somebody, then they put somebody else on, then they put
Yeah.
somebody else on. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of incredible artists who see
course.
you up here, and then
Yeah.
it's just going to spark them coming on the show. So I think that that's, like, the best part about it, too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
How you been recently?
Bro, I've been blessed, man. I'm here. I'm in the best mental space of my life. You know, got my health right. Just got a colonoscopy.
I saw you tweet about it.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
Yeah.
For anybody, okay, so break down what it, like, aren't you supposed to have a colonoscopy when you, like,
Yeah, when you're older.
when you're older, right?
Yeah, but I had some, my stomach was hurting, like around New Year's. So, you know, and you know, black people, we always push it off. But this time, I'm like, I couldn't.
You're like, I have to get
I have
this.
to get this done because it's affecting my performance. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, so I'm good now though.
How was it?
It wasn't as bad as people think it was.
Okay.
Like beforehand, I'm like, oh, I'm super nervous. But then once they put me to sleep, I don't remember nothing.
Oh, they actually put you to sleep during it?
Yeah, so you're asleep the whole time. They put you on the anesthesia and propofol and all that, drugged up, crazy. So
Really? This whole time, I thought, I was under the impression that you had to be like, I don't know, semi-awake for it. I don't know why I thought that.
no.
Okay.
The worst part about it is the liquid diet beforehand. So you're 24 hours before, actually 30 hours.
30.
Yeah. So at midnight the night before, like the day before, couldn't eat nothing.
I can never, I don't even
Yeah.
know. I mean, I have to do it eventually at some point in my life.
You have to.
But that's
it's a huge mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you hungry, you start getting on TikTok and you start seeing all the food. And then you're like, damn, I want a burger, I want some Wendy's. But, you know.
With, also I saw you like took a break from drinking too.
Yeah. Cause
Because of
yeah,
that?
cause my stomach was hurting. You know,
Okay.
I had got drunk like, I think like a little bit after New Year's. And then, you know, after that, like my stomach started hurting, like the morning after. And this is the first time like I was on the floor in the bathroom, like my stomach hurting. Like not throwing up, just like my stomach hurting, fever. And I had a photo shoot like 3 hours after that.
Damn.
But I made it.
But you made it.
Yeah.
The results came back okay? You
Yeah,
good?
I don't got no cancer. I had a polyp in my colon.
Okay.
And one thing, it can grow into cancer. So if you don't catch it early enough, it can grow in towards cancer.
Yeah.
So listen, man, take care of your health, especially black people, because you know what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm 30 right now, and I shouldn't be getting a colonoscopy at this age. So, you know, take care.
As long as you're here with us, that's all
I'm
that matters.
here, man.
Because I saw those series of tweets. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. So 2023 off to a rough start, but we're going to get better. Because you work on this new project?
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't say rough. I would just say it's perfect. That is happening in the beginning of the year, because I know I got a crazy end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because we're getting ready for this EP, and I loved how I'm glad we were able to do this, because obviously, like the first time you tried to come, I had COVID last week,
Yeah.
right? I'm good now.
I'm glad
but-
you're good.
Thank you. Second time, but
Yeah.
it is.
I had it twice too.
Yeah, second time's always easy.
Yeah, for
easier,
sure.
easier, way easier.
Yeah.
But with the project, it was funny because like while I was sick, like I was preparing for today's interviews because it's my first day back at the stew, and like I loved like it was like you tweeted, you're like, February about to be crazy. My single off my EP drop, and I'm going up to On the Radar to give him a 4-minute clip of straight bars. Be ready for the earth to shake. This is about to be my most impactful year. Yeah, and I love that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's the energy you gotta come with when you come up here, because it's like you have to. You know, you gotta come like, oh, I'm the best.
I just feel like I'm in my final form of ANoyd. Like, this is my final form. I finally know who I am, you know, through therapy, through church, you know, community group. And that's outside of church, like we come together and just like eat together and talk and just chop it up. And like, I feel like just in all realms of life, this is my final form of ANoyd, and my mental space is beautiful. Everything's beautiful. I'm coming with that energy, especially in rap too. Like, come on now.
Right.
That's the easy part.
So you've been really doing like a lot of shadow work on yourself. Like shadow work is in like, oh, like yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My bad. I started using that term recently.
Shadow work. I'm like, what's that?
Shadow work is kind of like just like, you know, looking at yourself and
Yeah.
taking that deep look, because you know you're mentioning therapy.
Yeah.
You're mentioning church.
Yeah.
community groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right? You
Yeah.
said community groups.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So you've been doing like a lot of like I would say outreach, but a lot of like just self work.
Yeah, of course. I think that's the most important thing, man. Once you know yourself, you can know everything else. Bars. Once you know yourself, you can know everything else. You know. So I think that's perfect. That's very important. Just knowing yourself and finding yourself if you don't know yourself.
What was kind of like the catalyst for all the self work? Did something happen? Did you go through something?
Yeah, just a lot of life. You know, relationship problems, all of that stuff. Just doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. You know, and it just didn't feel right. You know, and I reached a certain point where I needed change. I needed to change my environment. I need to switch up everything. Whatever I'm doing that's bad for me, I gotta stop.
Right.
You know, and focus on myself. What's going on with myself? Because what I'm going through has to do with something from my past, and I have to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And I actually figured out a lot about myself. You know, just me, my dad not being in the picture, so I have problems with commitment because he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of things that feed into it, and even like my mom being so hands-on with me in the beginning, so I didn't really get to fly and do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it had made me have problems in my relationship because I haven't did what I was supposed to do. You know, because my mom wasn't really like, she was like holding me. She didn't want to let me go. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot, man. Like once we start getting into the therapy talk, I start getting, you know, real deep.
No, the therapy talk is good because I used to go to therapy when I had like those type of issues, and even now like I do my own shadow work because therapists are very fucking expensive.
That's why it's good to have insurance, man.
No, but my insurance, I don't know. My insurance don't get the therapist under my insurance. They don't be sounds stupid. They don't be slapping, bro. Like they don't be therapying it enough up. You know, you feel me? Like I feel like the best therapists who I've had were therapists who weren't under my insurance.
Yeah, that sucks too.
But I feel like that's like life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you want the Porsche, but like you can only afford a Honda.
Yeah.
But the Porsche is still the Porsche. You know what I'm saying?
I'm blessed because I have a great therapist. I actually graduated therapy. So,
really?
Yeah, I'm not in therapy anymore. I'm actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Clap it up for me. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, we love someone who graduated
I feel
therapy.
like the goal in therapy is to eventually not go anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the last sorry to cut you up, but the last session is always the scariest.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I had that during the pandemic, my last session that I had, where I graduated at that point from therapy, I was like panicking. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna talk to you next
it
week.
was kind of bittersweet because like that's my guy, like that's my brother. You know, like he's black dude, big black dude. You know, every time we talk, he been through the same thing that I went through, or something similar. So it's like every time I had a therapy session, he will always know, like, speak from a perspective of real life, and that's why I feel like in therapy it's good to have a therapist that knows your walks of life and been through.
Right.
Why me being a black man, it's great that I have a black therapist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I also feel like I'm not gonna counter that, but I'm also gonna say sometimes having a therapist who hasn't been through the exact same things that you haven't gone through in life is also really great. Cause that was what I think it's like you could have either experience, right? Cause I think I kind of learned that from I think something Charlemagne had told me a long time ago. Cause I think his therapist is obviously different background than him. But my therapists were like, you know, 60-something-year-old Italian guy, and I'm a 23-year-old Puerto Rican kid at the time. And like the way that he spoke to me and the way that he spoke about what I was speaking about with what I was going through was very impactful because it's like it's a different way of looking at things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But I see how if it's someone that's like you and you're going through certain things that they've gone through, that also helps. I just think it depends on what you need at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you need like the outside, like no, you're doing wrong, like. You got to do it like this, or if someone who, you know, like you said, like your therapist went through the same thing as you, it's like, okay, bro, like I went through this, I can help you go through it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just depends on the type of therapy that you need.
100%.
But we in that good space, and even like the new record you put out, like Most Dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Most Dangerous Job in America.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like this is such a very potent conversation that we've been having so much recently about being a hip hop artist in America right now.
Yeah.
And like even you were like you really touched upon it on the record too, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a good conversation with him about this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you making the music that you made? Do you feel like a target? I guess is like the best way to.
Of course. You know, because I always wanted to be a rapper, bro. You know, ever since high school, one of them things that I'm like, yo, this is. When I found out I wanted to rap, I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I wasn't good at anything else. Like, get out of school, I wanted to hurry. I just wanted to rap. So it was one of those things where I'm like, why would I put myself in a position that's to harm myself when cause like being a rapper is this is my dream. So why would I want to harm myself in being a rapper?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like why would I want to do that? So I feel like it was important for me to speak on this because it's been happening so much. You know, P&B, Pop Smoke. You know, so many people done died, and this is not the first time. You got Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Big L, Stack Bundles, Chinks Drug.
Right.
Like,
People think it's a new problem.
Like
It's
this
been
is,
a problem.
This been a all the Nipsey Hussle. Come on, the list goes on, bro. So it's like somebody got to say something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the music kind of influences it in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Shoot 'em Up, Bang Bang. I'm about to kill you. I'm about to rob you. You know what I'm saying? Why would I? You know what I'm saying? It kind of forms your brain into thinking that, oh, this is the way of life. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like strip. I had to not listen to nothing, just listen to like jazz and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I only listen to like Afrobeats when I'm driving too sometimes.
Yeah, you know. So just one of them. I just felt like it was a necessary thing to talk on.
Has there ever been like a moment in your career where you felt that danger like strongest? If there has been a moment in your career yet, and we pray that if there hasn't, there'll never be another one.
Nah, not to a certain extent. Like I haven't had like guns drawn on me or anything, and that's a great thing.
Right, that's
you know what I'm saying.
It's a blessing.
I haven't had that.
Child, you come back in, you good. But yeah, nah. So with this project, right? When are we getting the new EP?
April.
April. Okay. What are we calling it?
Paranoid.
Paranoia.
Yeah, paranoid. Like
paranoid.
Like
Oh, I thought you said paranoia.
Yeah, so paranoid. Like
Okay.
it's like a play on the word, like paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Because rappers and paranoia.
And
you know what I'm saying?
annoyed, yeah.
Most dangerous job in America. It's like it got a whole theme to it.
Right.
Like, just being paranoid in this world. Like any day could be my last. Just being a rapper.
So you feel like is this EP like more like a self reflection or more
Yeah,
of a
for sure.
just super inner thoughts?
It's a lot of me talking about my life, talking about my journey, talking about therapy, a lot of therapy, just a lot of like self-reflecting and a lot of uplifting because I want my music to uplift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about shooting nobody, robbing nobody. It's just straight real life and quotables that you could put on your Instagram captions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's great music, soulful music. It's music for the soul.
Right. I think that like, when you talk about the type of sound and whatnot, I feel like I don't know exactly what people categorize. I feel like a lot of people have been coming up here recently, kind of call that like day-to-day music, like kind of what people have been rapping about the day-to-day life. Obviously, what you're thinking about, what you're going through, and I kind of with that type of sound, I feel like there's such a big audience for that now, and I feel like I had this battle rapper come up here not too long ago, and he was like, "Bars is back."
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the era of kind of, when we had like the era where Wale and all them kind of came up and Kendrick and whatnot. I feel like that's kind of starting to circle back around again where people are starting to, want that type of sound. And, it's not that they never wanted it or like the need or the desire went away, but the interest is more back in that lane, especially with, people, Fuego, everything with Black Soprano Family, Griselda, so on and so forth. Like, there's like that desire for that sound, like even more than ever.
I love it, because this is my lane. This is ANoyd. This is what I've been doing since I started rapping. So it's like see everything like trickle back to, bars and substance. It's a beautiful film. This is my court now. It's like home court advantage. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing away for mad long, and now I'm home.
Right. Because, like, I'm even looking at, like, the discography. First of all, Blame It On Jay-Z is such a great name for a project, right? But, like, from Oxblood to this, like, how does this differentiate from what you put out with Oxblood?
Because Oxblood was, like, a lot of songs that I dropped in the previous year, like 2019 to now.
More like a compilation.
It was like a compilation of all the old songs, and I added, like, 2 new songs just to get people re-familiar with the songs if you missed it. So that was kind of just like a best of, and I added some songs. And people listened to it. They was like, "Oh, I never heard this song before." I dropped in 2019. You know what I'm saying? So that was the idea for the whole project, was to get the new people familiar with the old music to lead up to Paranoid.
Okay. I like that. So Paranoia, April. Yeah. What else do you have planned for the rest of this year?
Going to Canada in April.
Fire. For what? Tour?
Yeah, Canada tour. August.
Any collabs on the way? Or is it just you on this project?
Just me on this project.
you on this project.
Next, like Paranoid 2, I want to get Ghostface on it. Shout out my brother, Ghostface.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
I wanted to wait till I got here to say like, yo, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
Have you spoken about it?
Yeah, we spoke. I seen him at a battle rap event.
Okay.
And we was talking about it. And I always told him, I'm like, yo, when I get the right joint, you know, it's gonna be time. You know, I'm not like super thirsty for it because I don't got the right song yet. Once I get that one.
Right, because you don't want to like jump the gun and send a song. And,
yeah, just because
just because you can.
Yeah, nah. It gotta be the right, gotta be the right song, the right beat, the right moment.
So hopefully we'll get Ghostface on that. Well, look, man, I'm excited for you. You have Cal's question. Sorry, Cal, come here. Cal's questions, everybody. Come on, Cal. Cal, I just want to say, like, earlier today, he asked, like, the worst Cal's question that he's ever asked. So, Cal, like, I swear to God, bro, please give him a good one. You got to redeem yourself for this morning.
Don't do it like that. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cal's Questions. ANoyd, this is actually not the first time we met. I once took photos of you once opening up for none other than CeeLo Green back in, like, maybe March or April. I was curious to know if you guys have spoken since then, if you guys have collaborated. Is there anything in the tuck?
CeeLo?
Do you guys have what's your guys'
Thanks, Cal.
Actually,
that's a good one.
that's a great question. I actually didn't get to meet CeeLo.
So upset.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get to meet CeeLo, but I would love to meet CeeLo. You know, I'm a huge fan of CeeLo, and work with him. CeeLo's an amazing songwriter, so of course.
Incredible. Where did you meet? Where was the show at, Cal? Sony Hall. Oh, dope ass venue. So you didn't get to you didn't stay, or you just didn't get to meet him, or?
I think we ended up leaving because we had to go back. But the show was crazy, you know. And I think they had a long set. You know, we got there
Okay. And that drive back is not.
Yeah, that drive back, you know.
Well, look, man. Shout out, Cal. It's been great having you here. Freestyle now. By the time y'all see this, 4-minute clip, straight bars. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this up on DSPs for y'all too, so make sure y'all go stream that. That'll obviously be out before the project, and then you can go stream the project once it's out. Before we get out of here, anything else you want to let the people know where they can follow you at, all that good stuff? Now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
This camera right here.
Let's go, man. Yeah, listen, man. The big walkie-talkie in the spot. You know, Big Kinetti way. Shout out to On the Radar.
Yes, sir.
My guys over here. You can follow me at Living ANoyd, LIVINANOYD. Follow me on Facebook and all that, ANoyd, everything.
There you go.
New Paranoid on the way.
Paranoid on the way,
Paranoid
April.
is on the way.
Make sure you go check out that freestyle out now on DSPs. Paranoid on the way in
Most
April.
Dangerous out right now, too.
Most Dangerous out right now. Go stream that single. Go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support's free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time. Connecticut in the building. ANoyd in the building. Paranoid on the way. April. Tune in. We out. Pow, my guy.